That meteor that hits Earth is an alien spaceship, and they set up alien internet so we can learn all their science. Apparently, this is the plot of a lot of movies and shows. Aliens, but they're the good kind. Like Vulcans, but fun and sexy. They cure all our diseases, give us the secret of perpetual clean energy, and adopt us as their little sister planet. They think we are cute and fun to have around. January, vaccine comes. It's free and has no side effect. Burfy. Movies that was supposed to be released 2020 all come out, and the theaters are full of masterpieces. Up-and-coming artists and authors have spent the lockdown sitting down to write and create. We are starting to see the results of Theta Prel. Lubiga releases Mambo No. 6, and it is all people can think about this month. Me. Turns out that climate change was a hoax. The climate just had a rough century and has learned to chill out more. June. An alien escapes Area 51. Turns out he is a nice dude and guests all the late-night talk shows. On the inevitable Joe Rogan appearance, they both do DMT and learn so much about each other. No one know why or how it happened, but suddenly money just isn't an issue anymore. The whole alien thing from June has started to affect how we view each other on the planet. We are seeing a drastic and long-lasting decline in terrorism and crimistenter. God blessed us Alicoter November. Finally some normal and mundane event steadest. Home Alone remake with the original cast. All I Want for Christmas is eradicated. You got a memorable present, and you made everyone truly happy with the ones you gave. Not to be that thank you for all the awards guy, but I can't keep it cool. I am grateful and glad to see all the positive comments. I don't have any psychic abilities, but I'm pretty sure this will come true, so I'm just happy to share. Sorry to all I offended regarding the All I Want for Christmas thing, but that's just how it seems to be. Sorry about that. Ocean temperature drops, and the Arctic freezes solid and thick. Ireland will have for actual seasons as opposed to winter rain, spring rain, summer rain, and autumn rain. Tyson goes inside. 3-state solution in the Middle East out of nowhere. Politicians actually start working to benefit the people. Sugar is now good for you in large doses. A meteor lightly impacts the Earth in the middle of the ocean, killing no one. But not just any meteor. This one has bacteria on it that mysteriously cures blindness, deafness, diabetes, and all forms of dementia. David Bowie returns from his home planet after hearing what a shitso we've become. Dogs only die when their owners do so that no one is sad. I still get to work from home. Guy in his basement develops a cure for cancer and gives it away for free. My wife gets a kidney transplant, and we might be able to get our late son a sibling. It's bizarre and will probably not happen, but it's a good thing. This, and a lot of people have asked. We live in Sweden, so to all you Americans offering to donate your kidneys, you are amazing beings, but I don't think we can arrange anything since Corona is a bitch. But my wife and I want you to know we've read all of your comments, and they're all heartwarming. 3. Mental illness is cured. We discover something that actually make our body understand that we don't need all that fat and everyone can eat whatever they want. No technology are out, creating both the need for new employees and an easier life for ever billioneders. Fusion technology is perfected, rendering electricity dirt cheap, and everybody gets an electric carver becomes affordable, alongside treadmills, and gamers actually get in shape whilst playing Elder Scroll. I could keep going for a while. Holy shit, guys. Thanks for the gold, silver, hugs and everything, kind strangers. Y'all crazy. There's a COVID-20 pandemic, but this one just makes everyone shit cash. My dog beats concerted. We found out yesterday and are very much heartbroken. Thank you for your kind words. Turns out low-carb diets are actually bad for you. Krispy Kreme diet is real. Korean reunification. I find a job that makes me happy and does pay me enough to be alive, and I will either learn to be happy alone or find someone to love. Well, considering 2020 has had something crazy happen, almost every month. This is what I'd propose. Jan, rather than crazy bush fires in Australia, they invent an effective eradication method for COVID-19. 99 effective that basically reduces it to a cold. It's released to the world and enables all countries to stabilize more unprecedented global free trade deals between most major powers, enabling nearly every country to financially recover and begin to prosper. After 2020 par may the top 10 wealthiest people in the world decide to donate 10 of their funds back to society as a thank you to the world. This should effectively raise the socio-economic state of the bottom 50 of people, increasing overall spending and helping small businesses around the world recover. July peace in the Middle East. The people of the Middle Eastern countries, fed up with their quality of life, finally get peace. Rebuilding of many destroyed cities and towns. A major upgrade to infrastructure in the Arisco October cure for some forms of cancer is finally achieved. Mass rollout across the world. Breakthroughs in other cancer treatment. Contact with our first alien race. Peaceful negotiations begin along with the trade of information and technology. A new age of enlightenment begins. Edit. Just wanted to thank everyone for the upvotes and awards. Also, it amuses me to no end that a post that ends with first contact with aliens and a new age of enlightenment has so much controversy over the redistribution of 10 of wealth. Me quitting drugs and feeling happy. Sir David Attenborough is declared immortal. I finally get friends. This isn't an answer to Op's question, but reading through all the other answers here, I just have to say, it's really touching and wholesome for once. Many people are wishing for peace, advancements in healthcare, for people to prosper all over the world, to possibly meet alien life and learn from them, some funny shenanigans and fun, etc. Damn, guys, that's really wholesome. I'm so emotional all of a sudden. Anyway, that's all. A rash of benevolent billionaires begin hacking into people's accounts, that is, student loans, mortgages, credit cards, and paying them off. It's illegal cause they are hacking into your accounts and accessing all your PII, but no one wants to prosecute them for it since it's benefiting them. Except the debt companies. They want that shit to stop. In a surprise landslide right in victory, Danny DeVito is elected president, with Arnold Schwarzenegger as his VP. Hilarious and light-hearted hijinks ensue. It turns out cancer is your body trying to heal itself. Researchers figure out a way to get all cancers to instead act as a healing factor. Colleges realize that online classes were useless and did nothing and refund all the money students paid for the past 2 semesters. The last season of Game of Thrones gets rewritten and released, and it's actually fucking great. Someone invents a cure for cancer because, fuck cancer. A new infectious disease rips around. COVID-20, except the only symptom is it makes sperm taste like Oreo cookies. My wife is able to walk and remember things properly again, and we can finally travel a bit. Kind of crap to be in this situation when you're only 30. Jeff Bezos has an epiphany, realizes money and power will never bring him happiness, then commits 90% of his wealth to providing everyone on Earth with safe and accessible drinking water, healthy food, affordable homes, global Wi-Fi, complimentary laptops, free online higher education, pro bono legal aid, and complimentary daycare. After all that, he realizes he only spent 25% of his wealth and uses the rest to fund art projects around the globe, like a new Mount Rushmore of kindness with Mr. Rogers, Melk, Sacagawea, and Kermit the Frog. Some people start a petition to put Jeff up there as well, but he refuses. It was never about that. All the stupid people of the world got smart overnight. All the angry people chilled out. All the world's problems were solved with simple solutions. Everyone is happy, healthy. COVID-19 was cured along with cancer, AIDS, diabetes, and every other illness that's been holding back humankind. We also agree to not worship money or stupid people ever again. Jeff Bezos pays off false student loans and medical debts. Cyber antics. We all get bionic eyes, spines, and limb discs. We can turn ambient heat into electricity, simultaneously solving the energy crisis and climate change. In fact, we gotta use some of that free energy to warm things back up. Medicine. Cancer is cured, and there's too many out-of-work oncologists. We all realize that nobody actually needs to do most of the work we're all pretending to do, so we let the robots do it for us. Almost nobody works anymore, since universal basic income is more than enough to live well. Astronomy. Life on Venus, life on Mars, life on Europa, life on the friggin' moon, even life in the space vacuum between planets. Now that we know how to look, it turns out life is everywhere. Since energy is so cheap now and everyone is rich, it's trivial to design hundreds of missions to send thousands of people to explore all the cool stuff we find in the solar system. Spice Girls reunite for a world tour with Eminem. Tickets are $20. Dogs are everywhere and waiting for someone to pet and hug them. Letter from the developer explaining that 2020 was caused due to a particularly aggressive glitch that occurred following a patch to the Gazelle's max running speed. As an apology to all players still in the game, all wealth is evenly redistributed, with the current leaderboard receivingest are next to their names. Every player receives 20 free IC points, 20 free physical points, and 30 free skill points to spend as they choose. Cancer, climate change, and several other high-level enemies deemed too difficult by the player base are severely nerfed until such time that the overall average level increases. Obesity, diabetes, mental health issues, and addiction random encounters drastically lowered. Color blindness removed entirely. Several new upgrades are unlocked early, including light speed travel and cheeseburger trees. All players granted the bonus of either a friendly robot, talking animal, or comical ghost companion as hinted at in various in-game advertisements. This includes the rumored Pokeman. All the controversial story deaths from the wildly unpopular 2016 campaign are undone. A new clue towards the final mission objective of meaning is revealed. Ice Cream Sundays introduced as a weekly event. This was always in the game, but never unlocked due to a typo in the U-code. Rewards for kindness increased due to general attitude that the grind wasn't worth the payoff. Bonuses for the being a dick tree nerfed. Players now able to choose a replacement sound for the standard fart sound effect in customization options. Keanu Reeves patched as president of the USA as originally planned. I'm back. January 2021. Betty White, still alive. March 2021. Vaccination and effective treatment for COVID-19 announced and begins distribution. REL 2021. National Vaccination Program along with universal testing and tracing jumpstart us economy. 2021. Research into COVID yields a cure for male pattern baldness. Male hair care product stocks soar. June 2021. First contact with an alien race is made. They are advanced, peaceful, benevolent, do not want to eat us, and look like humans, but with pointy edge. 2021. Snyder Cut released, is hailed as a cinematic tour de force and the greatest film ever. Goss 2021. Meat plant introduced. New Gomu capable of growing steak on a vine in any environment revolutionizes agriculture's. Turter 2021. Method for creating large quantities of carbon nanotubes economically is Anastancers 2021. RICO case announced against the GOP for foreign influence, racketeering, and money laundering. Trump family indicted and arrested. USA starts using the metric system everywhere. Probably starts with Kobe coming out of the woods, saying he staged his death so he could live out of the public eye for a year. Minecraft caves and cliffs update. The vaquita porpoise, Earth's most endangered mammal, is saved from extinction when a large colony is found cryogenically frozen and awaiting revival in my local Kroger's frozen food aisle. One thing is that the monarch butterfly population increased by double, and the ivory-billed woodpecker flock was found in a forgotten forest in Louisiana. Threads is recontinuing. The American government reunites the families that have been torn apart in immigration, and it turns out that the parents that went missing are alive and okay. Universal healthcare for the world. A movement begins of black and white working class people to fight division and begin united to fight against the ruling class. The invention of the completely realistic dick-sucking machine. January, COVID-19 vaccine arrives, is 100 effective, and all the world's billionaires chip in to make the vaccination free to all people. Progressive leaders will come to power in the US, and alt-right and nationalistic parties around the world will lose support. China stops putting Uyghurs in concentration camps, give in to demands of Hong Kong pro-democracy protesters. India revokes anti-Muslim laws. North Korea decides to depose the Kim family and jail all existing PERC members while reunifying with South Korea. A new invasive species comes to the US, and it's a tasty weed that when consumed reduces their arterial plaquem's worth. A new genre of music comes out, unites people in wholesome jams. Farts start smelling like Flozerapsal. 350,000 missing people will be found. The ones who were murdered will swiftly get justice, and those alive will be reunited with loved ones. Climate change deniers will recognize their errors and start to help global efforts to reduce the offense deck. Als will be cured. This will only be overshadowed by finding out who killed Jeffrey Epstein and the expose on all the creeps who participated and/or enabled him join. Spirit Airlines will stop being shitty. Trump family, except the child, will be indicted and found guilty of treason in some yet unnamed scandal. But before we end up jailing them, they'll be abducted by aliens who want specimens of bizarre humans for their collectionistly. Unicorns will be confirmed to be real. Overworked people around the world will get 2 weeks to rest. August. An athlete will make an incredible record, and it won't be because of performance-enhancing drugs that matter. Every person in the world will find something new that they are good at and enjoy. All children will have access to Crayola crayons instead of the crappy Rosart of Crozart ones. Media companies will come to their senses and realize that it's not good to have a streaming site for every channel and provide content to the major streaming platform Batser. Taco Bell will bring back their discontinued menu items. Bees will make a comeback, but hornet and wasps will decline. Clouds will form in usual and entertaining shapes for the entire month and onter. Sick will be unviolested. Smog will be reduced. Cats will stop scratching furniture and carpets and instead decide that scratching posts and cardboard scratchers are much better for their claws. Bitter gourd will start tasting like candy. Everybody is suddenly emotionally mature. I get pregnant again, but this time I stay pregnant. Sorry, I know there are bigger things, but for me on an individual level, losing my bean at 6.5 weeks just makes everything else feel disconnected. There's some weird shakeup and Bernie ends up as president. The US actually has a good president. Jan, a vaccine is discovered for COVID-fed. Positive, controlled, raw nuclear fusion is a Kievidmersh. Room temperature superconductors are feasible. North Korea dissolves and cedes control to South Korea. A permanent solution is found in the Middle East. A new CRISPR is discovered, making genetic edits trivial and no more expensive than a flu shot. July, a metamaterial is discovered, reducing our dependency on oil while bringing great advances in engineering. Scientists managed to stabilize a safe micro-black hole for study. Sept, a new way of synthesizing graphene is discovered and makes a space elevator fees uncall it. A wormhole is fees in Bloven. Life is confirmed on Venusetic. Monstergers invade from an alternative dimension, and despite our increased tech, we lose badly. They are exactly like the monsters from the Monsterger Encyclopedia. I'm getting laid. Endless orgasms. They find a cure for cancer. The health insurance industry undergoes a major upheaval, and it becomes easier to navigate. A child in foster care finds a loving home. Every animal in animal shelters finds a loving home, and people start fostering baby animals more until they can go to the shelter and find all those loving homes. See, invent cold medicine that doesn't taste like shit. Betty White and the Queen continue not dying. Don't do that, don't give me hope. All the billionaires debillion themselves by donating to charities and helping people in poverty. Graham Arton surprises the world by completing Game of Thrones, and the ending is vastly different from the TV version. Better if Ted gets a revival. I make a company that pulls my family out of poor middle class